So this is apparently the female version of Yowamushi pedal, Bakuon. Hopefully I said the title name correctly. It's about motorcycles. So, if you're a fan of sports, and if you're a fan of Yowamushi pedal, I'm going to kind of assume you might like this series, because I definitely did. And as I've made it very clear in the past, Yowamushi pedal was my first sports genre anime, and it got me into watching Haikyuu, Baby Steps, so forth. It got me into a lot of sports anime, and Yowamushi pedal was a bicycle racing anime. And I enjoyed that. It was such a fun series to watch. Now, with this coming out, when I read the description about how it's about motorcycles, I kind of assumed it would already be a female version of Yowamushi pedal. But I saw the first episode, and it's kind of exactly what I assumed it would be. It is a female version of Yowamushi pedal. Just replace all the male cast with female characters. There you go. Except instead of bicycles, it's motorcycles. There you go. That's really the best way to summarize this when it comes to the concept of Bakuon. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that I don't know, but the way one of these characters were shown in this episode, there was a male character on a speed racer. And when I saw this, it made me think of Yowamushi pedal. I was already thinking of Yowamushi pedal before I even started this. But then I see this character design with this person on a bicycle, and I'm like, no, that isn't who I think it is from Yowamushi pedal. Is it just with a different color shirt and stuff? Like, no. I feel like the way that was done was either I feel like that was shots fired, but I feel like it was a nod at the mangaka of Yowamushi pedal. That's what it looked like to me. But it's very funny, because I like getting to see that of how, like, a motorcycle is better than, a bicycle, which obviously it would be, because, a motorcycle can go faster, but it was very funny seeing that. It made me think of Yowamushi pedal, and I wonder if when the mangaka wrote this, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl that wrote this, but whoever wrote this, or if they have any connection with, Yowamushi pedal's mangaka, it felt like it was kind of correlating to that a little bit, or trying to, do a nod towards that series. So very funny in regards to that. So the best way to really talk about this series, besides just, saying the obvious, it reminded me a lot of Yowamushi pedal, is that right now, I really like the characters. The characters are what really makes these type of series, because when it comes to the concepts of sports anime, it's very simplistic. For instance, characters join together in a club, characters want to go to a tournament, or, annual event every year to be able to go to the Inter-High. And that's kind of one of the main concepts of sports anime. That's like one of the only main things they really could do. So when it comes to these type of series, what really makes these series is the characters. The characters are what really drive sports anime. No pun intended, because I know it's a motorcycle anime. But still, what really makes this series move is the characters. And so, was the characters enjoyable? That's the big thing that we need to look at. In regards to that, a lot of the characters have these own distinct personalities. Some personalities I have seen before from other anime, but for the most part, they're quirky enough, interesting enough, the character designs are awesome looking, enough to where I could say, yes, these characters can definitely work, and yes, these characters can definitely move this series onward. Because if it was bland characters and stuff, most likely be like, it's just like, it's a low-quality Yowamushi pedal just throwing in, motorcycles instead. But I have to say, this series, honestly, it stands on its own. It definitely does. It stands on its own with its own characters, regardless of what I see in it that's similar. It stands on its own, and it was a very good first episode. The only reason why I will mention Yowamushi Battle is because if you're a fan of that series, I believe you most likely will like this. Now, besides that, however, there was some fan service thrown into this first episode, which caught me off guard. I mean, I guess I should expect it, but still, I was caught off guard. There was fan service. There was actual fan service in this episode. Not that bad, but I mean, there was fan service. I guess since, a lot of people that watch Yowamushi Pedal, I mean, most likely a lot of ladies watched Yowamushi Pedal as well, they probably got a lot of man service. So I guess we're getting, the fan service now from, Bakuon. So, yeah, I guess, both sides get what they want. But yeah, first episode, definitely a series I'm interested in, definitely a series I'm going to actually continue watching, and I can't wait to see where it's going to go, because my first impressions are very positive with Bakuon, yeah. And I don't know how many episodes it's going to be, and I really don't know actually what staff is working on this series. It reminded me a lot of the design of Yowamushi Pedal. I wonder if it actually is the same studio that worked on Yowamushi Pedal. Curious about that. I'm going to have to look it up after I'm done with all these reviews today. So yeah, you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.